Bishopsgate glass, badge beep, open floor. I walked in chasing cloud nine, found a cargo hold of oars. 16 principles on posters, bar forever rising high. Every two-way door decision feels like one more way to try. We read the dock in silence while the clock eats half the room. Then the questions fall like hammers. Are you certain? Are you sure? Are you doomed? 30% of traffic balanced on a trembling hand. One request in a million fails, and suddenly you're on the stand. They say ownership is freedom, but the pager never sleeps. You learn 1,000 dashboards, but forget what calmness means. This was the dream company, bright logo in the sky. Now we're rowing in a galley while the captains pass us by. Move faster, act like owners from a deck we never see. If success brings broader duty, who brings mercy for the team? We signed up to build the future, now we're patching leaks at night. In a ship that calls it culture, while it tightens every vice. On-call rings at midnight, logs in 50 shades of gray. Someone shipped a different version, pipelines drifting far away. A hot fix needs a miracle, approvals need a prayer. By the time it reaches users, no one remembers why we cared. Seattle wakes when London sleeps, as ink hope is thin. You trade your health for meetings just to finally weigh in. I coughed my way through mornings, doctors circled every cause. Weekends healed the symptoms, Mondays always broke the laws. They said the numbers prove it, satisfaction's half okay. But we played anonymous mafia every survey day. This was the dream company, bright logo in the sky. Now we're rowing in a galley while the captains pass us by. Return to office, 5 days like devotion can be timed, while layoff winds keep blowing through the corridors of pride. We built the rails for progress, now we're cargo on the ride. Gen A in every sentence, human cost denied. One more document they promised, then the future would unlock. One more proof of excellence, one more late night on the clock. Promotion is a horizon that retreats with every step. You work the level for years before they pay a single day. I wrote the code in 2 weeks, watched it travel for a year. 500,000 meetings later, no one's sure why it was here. If you never see the outcome, if you only feel the strain, burnout isn't weakness, it's a system built on pain. They call it scale and safety, they call it raising bars, but from the engine room it looks like polishing the scars. Managers speak in slogans, reality in coughs. We measure customer obsession while we quietly pay the cost. This was the dream company, at least that's what we swore. Wind and rain, October let me go. 3 years inside the cloud, now I'm learning how to slow. If success brings broad responsibility, here's mine at last, to leave the oars behind me and not look